Hi everybody, it's Adriana here and welcome to my channel. So today is hot. It's like 96 degrees, but it feels like 102, something around in the 100s because of the humidity. And that's true. Like it's so hot. I just came back from a run, so I'm a little all sweaty and stuff, but today I wanted to just talk. I haven't really been feeling my best, and I'm trying to do everything in my power to get back to this state that I was once in. And there was a point in time where I was super happy, like so freaking happy. I didn't have communication with anyone. Trying to get the lighting. I didn't have communication with anyone, and I was really just going to parks, trying new things. Like, I don't even know what it was in which that I was like so happy. But recently I came into a little rocky path, and I'm trying to navigate my way through it and out of it so that I can be that happy person again. And I think a part is like I can't go back to that, and I need to let go. I need to let go of this idea that I had during that time, and I need to let go of other things that are coming back up again and that are triggering me and that are bothering me and that are making me feel worthless. And that word has been such a major word for me, not only in this season of life, but when I was really down in the dumps, I was like, that's what I felt all the time. So for me to reach a point in which I am happy, I'm doing the things that I need to do, I'm feeling positive, I'm feeling just life is on track, things are going good, things are going well, and then I slip right back into that state. And I wouldn't say state from like when I was really going through it, like during COVID and stuff, but a state in which I feel that loneliness and that unworthiness, and just feeling as though that people don't like me and people don't want to be around me. And I journaled about it a bit, but what I realized after talking to a friend, after talking or watching a couple videos on YouTube, I realized that the common theme was to let go of just this identity that I have created, let go of the past, let go of this feeling that it's leaving me tied down, pretty much. And it's easier said than done. There's so many methods out there to let go. There's so many methods out there to just people and things that are claiming to do this and it's going to change your life. Go hiatus and do this and try this out, and this is what you're doing wrong, this is what you need to do. And in today's society, it creates this pressure and it creates this illusion that I guess that you shouldn't go through hard things, if that makes sense. Because there is a side of it that's like, discipline, you gotta work hard, you gotta do hard things, you gotta go through things, da, 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 da. But then there's also a side of it that's just promotes like, I'm living this life, or like social media. Like you see on social media, you see people with these lives and these followings, and you see people just looking happy and like they don't go through anything, and it makes you question and it makes you wonder. So we're in a state and time in which it's so easy to look at someone else's life. It's so easy to get caught up in what others are doing. It's so easy to just get lost in this world. Like, and it baffles me and it scares me, and that's just not something that I guess I wanted to experience again, because I've been through that before. And since healing, since growing, I guess a part of me was just like, I can't think about those things. I can't go back to that, because if I do, I'm going to crumble. I'm going to fall again. It's going to seep into my mind and it's going to take over, and I'm going to go through that whole thing that I went through again. So a part of me is suppressing rather than letting go. A part of me is stagnant. A part of me is scared. Like, what if people really don't like me? What if, I really don't have much to offer? What if this is just not me? And that scares me. And to think that I spent so much time trying to get to know myself and learn about myself, and then to come to that realization that I don't know myself and I don't know what I want, and I'm scared of the future. Like, I'm waking up with anxiety, I'm going to bed with anxiety, like all these things. It's scary. It's really scary, especially because I was already in this state. I already been through it, and I'm like, no, I don't want to go through it again. I really don't. So, but to be able to admit that is big, and to be able to say, like, I'm not feeling my best, to be able to try to push through even though it's big. And yeah, that's just what's been on my mind. I guess just navigating, letting go. I came I came to the realization that that's what I needed to do, and then I do it, and then here I am today, and I'm still feeling bogged down. And it's not going to be a simple fix, and it's not going to just be a one quick solution and I'm all better. It's going to take some time. And I think another thing that ties into it is control. For the longest time, I did not have control over me. For the longest time, I did not have control over my emotions and what I thought and how I interact with the world. For the longest time, I didn't have control of my life. And then once I started gaining control, now you're telling me I have to give it up? It's like, it's scary. It's scary, and it's scary to surrender. It's scary to wave the white flag. It's scary to quit. But you can't think of it as quitting. You have to think of it more so as, how can I put it? Like surrendering. You have to be able to know that yes, you can co-create with God, but God knows the full picture. Like, I don't know the full picture. I have to have faith and know that everything is going to be okay, even though in the moment it doesn't feel like it. I have to know and have to have faith in things that are not here, things that I cannot see, things that I just can't possibly believe, So I'm trying to stay in the light. But yeah, that's just kind of what's been on my mind recently. Excuse me. I wanted to talk also a little bit about not my book, but this book called You Are a Badass. You Are a Badass, How to Stop Doubting Your Greatness and Start Living an Awesome Life. So I pretty much finished it. I pretty much finished it. So I have some notes in the very back of the book about it, and we're just gonna talk about it, go through it. Hopefully like you guys learned something, because I know I did. So yeah. So what I have here is, I'm in charge of my own life, and I shouldn't be afraid of it. Being afraid of life is something that I've been a little like into recently. I'm scared, and like I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. No matter how I wish, no matter how much I try, no matter how much I do, I'm scared that it's gonna be for nothing, and I'm scared that it's not gonna work out the way that I wanted to and needed to. But with that, it's just a reminder that, you know, even though life can be scary and even though life can be hard, it's still life. And the possibility of being here right now, the possibility of being alive right now is so rare. Like when you really, and especially in my case, in my scenario as well, like I was not supposed to be here. Like I wasn't at all. And the fact that, like, I have to remind myself that I am worthy because, like, I am worthy of my life, and because I am living life makes me worthy, if that makes sense. So even though life can be scary, knowing that it is your own life and you have opportunities and you have resources and you have solutions to get through life. You know, it's not just something that you need to do alone. It's not just something that you have to kind of hide in the dark and be afraid of it, you know? Because fear is really only a figment of your imagination. And it's not really real when you really think about it. So I have that, and then I also have knowing the parts of you that aren't the best and working through them. Knowing that the problems you see in other people are probably the same ones you see in yourself. And that's hard. No one wants to really admit that we have flaws. No one wants to really dig deep and be like, damn, maybe I did, like, maybe I was mean. Like, maybe I was a little hurtful. Like, we have parts in ourselves, the shadow self. We have parts of ourselves that we hide from the world. We have parts of ourselves that aren't the best. We have parts of ourselves that are operating from a place of fear, from a place of hurt, from a place of pain. And a lot of people don't acknowledge that. A lot of people don't acknowledge that everyone comes with some sort of baggage, you know? And a lot of people will point out the flaws in others. And a lot of people will kind of, oh, this person's this person's that, this person has this going on, you know, this person is just not a nice person, or like this person is just yucky. To sum it up, this person's just yucky. Ow, my foot hurts. But when you sit and you think, everything that we interact with is really just a reflection of how we feel about ourselves and how we feel inside. So our inside world projects our outside world. And when you encounter people who annoy you, who bother you, who, you know, trigger you in some way, shape, or form, instead of throwing it on them, appreciate it. And thank this person or thank this situation for triggering you and making you aware of that part of yourself that you hide from people, or make you aware of that part of yourself that you're not too keen about, so that way you can work through it. You know what I mean? And then, like I said, you are a mirror of the world is a mirror of your insides. So if you're coming, this bench is all messed up. Like, the seat is leaning, the bottom is broken. It's okay. I'm still grateful for you. Hopefully you pulled through, because you look a little hurt. So, excuse me. So, you have, the world is like a mirror, per se. And you come in contact with these people, and then you're so quick to judge them, and you're so quick to blame them, and you're so quick to just say that it's them, and you don't want to take a look at yourself. You don't want to take a look at your actions, and you don't want to take a look deeper than what it really might be. And you know, there was this person who was very, how can I put it? Just very, I felt as though self-centered, was very harsh, and it took me a minute, it took me some time to realize that I had that within myself, or I seen that within myself, when I seen myself as a judgy person. I seen myself as a harsh person who really didn't care about other people. And it made me question, okay, should I be more affectionate? Should I be more caring? Should, you know, because I want all of these things, but am I really giving that out? You know, like I say I want affection, I say that I want communication, I say that I want a community, I say that I want support and love and light, but am I really giving those things out to other people? You know, so that's a point, you know, checking in with yourself, and also like knowing that the people that you interact with are really just a fragment of you. You know, everyone's different, everyone lives their own life, and it could be good or bad, but I feel as though everyone has a little something that reminds you of you, and you have to be aware of that. You have to accept that. The next point that I have is stop making things harder than they are, or like than they have to be. I mean, this is something that I'm still working with, trying to be, I guess, rational, trying to be realistic, while also being delusional, and also like keeping my faith and my desires strong and my dreams strong, and knowing that I can literally do anything because this world is so big. But I feel like as humans, sometimes we just complicate things a little too much. Sometimes we make things harder than what they have to be. And I think that's just a reminder for me and everyone else, you know, let it be easy. You know, let it be fun, let it be easy, let it be lovable, rather than all the time you gotta be hard, you gotta work hard, you have to have discipline every single second of the day, you have to go at it, you can't stop, Relaxing is okay, letting things be easy is okay. You don't always have to push and push and push and push and push and push and push all the time, you know? So yeah, that's pretty much what I have so far about the book. I really enjoyed the book. I read it, and then I also listened to the audio at times. So like I'll drive and I'll listen to the audio, or I put the audio on and I'll read along. I'll sometimes just read. In the very beginning of the book, I was highlighting and things like that. This is when the first time I read it. Let's see. This is the first time I read it. I had a whole bunch of highlights and stuff, but the second time I was just like, I'm not highlighting. I'm gonna just read and like take little notes. So yeah, so that is the book, You Are a Badass. I highly suggest everyone go check it out, go read it. I think it was really informative, and I feel like everyone can benefit from it. So yeah, my next book, I have a few different like books in mind that I want to read. I started reading Rich Dad Poor Dad, but I have so many books. So it's either Rich Dad Poor Dad. I have a book on triggers, and I was also reading that. Excuse me. And then there was one more. Oh, The Way of the Superior Man. And also in the back of this book, the author gives resources to other books, and in that is the did she mention Rich Dad Poor Dad? She has books. I don't think she mentions Rich Dad Poor Dad, but she does have Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And then The Way of the Superior Man. She also have The Four Agreements. I have that book, so that can also be an option. But yeah. So yeah. That's really all I have to say today. Just kind of ranting a bit. So I really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Lots of love. Lead with an open heart and open mind. Bye.